Not yet.
Welcome to Burning Wheel.
This is how we start every game.
Yeah.
Yay! Okay, so we missed last week because of Big Bad Con, which was awesome, and all y'all that aren't Kristen and me weren't there, so way to fail.
Wow.
Yeah,
It's
no,
like you're waiting for like a laugh track to come in.
there's
but
no
we
laugh
just
track.
live.
There's no laugh
Now
track
what?
in my life. No, I get it. I'm not funny. It's okay. So when we left off last time, shit was getting cray.
It was starting to hit the fan.
Yeah.
Been great for a couple sessions.
There was you Dustin killed a wolf. A big wolf.
Yeah, I did.
A wolf.
He kicked his ass.
Dire wolf.
Yes, a big ass wolf. And
Be
then
mad.
there was the funeral, which went south very quickly, and erupted into
As
fire.
you do. As you do.
Like you do, and the priest like broke the fingers of a war veteran.
Yes, you do.
That's crazy.
I forgot he was a veteran. That makes it so much worse for some reason.
Why don't you
An
support our
80-year-old
troops,
war
Matt?
veteran.
I don't know why Matt hates veterans, but we'll find out, I guess, this session.
Yeah.
And let's see what else. Oh yeah, Fiona and Yezi, when we left off, were booking it with two 6-year-old kids.
Great haste.
Well, I am. We ran into my enemy, the
Yes.
other rebel faction.
Yes, Gisela. And
She's making some pretty amazing threats while I run to Matt's church.
yeah, were you running to the church or were you heading out into the woods? I can't.
Yeah. I thought we were just running.
You're just running
Well, we
blindly.
were heading out of town, but then they blocked the way, so I just went the other way.
Oh, okay,
I like it.
cool.
Yeah, I just took off again because they wouldn't move.
But before we get to all that, we're gonna do a little bit of a flashback here, real quick, because there was one thing that we forgot last session, which was
Volume.
well, that was the other thing. That was fixed midway through. There's a reason that episode isn't up on YouTube yet, because I haven't had a chance to go and record an apology before I upload it. I'm sorry, I'm stupid.
Can you save the Skype video and just splice that audio into it?
No, because there's no audio file to splice into it. I was just going to cut off everything that's just us, moving around with no sound, because who the fuck is going to watch that?
Nobody.
And then just record, an explanation for what I screwed
That
up.
works. Life happens.
Excuse me. But before we do anything else, I wanted to do some steel tests. Let's see. Do. Witnessing or being party to spirit activity? Was that one? Yes.
Are you?
I'm trying to think of what kind of the highest thing that people faced last time, because
There was the wolf fight.
yes,
There was the spirit fire.
And the breaking of fingers.
Yeah, Matt enacted a whole lot of brutality.
right.
Well-deserved brutality on an old man.
Let's see. Did we already count the encountering intelligent, sentient, non-humanoid monstrous creatures? Oh, I think we did did we do that 2 sessions ago?
We
You
counted it.
didn't.
Yes.
You didn't. You didn't because you said you haven't actually run into it yet. Because it was coming, but
Right.
you said it was rushing in, but you never really got into the description of it. So last session we really saw the whole wolf
Okay,
thing.
so that would have been an Ob 7.
Thought I got the Ob 7. Hold on, let me look real quick. Yeah, I've got the Ob 7.
Oh, okay.
Oh, then ignore me.
The question is there a difference between sensing it and fighting it off?
Not as far as steel goes. You didn't roll a steel test, so this kind of covers that.
Yeah, because I got a challenging for that.
Right. Witnessing real bloodshed and gore. Being in a brawl, fist fight, or riot. Fighting a duel to the death. Was anybody stabbed?
Not yet.
No.
What about inflicting violence on an old helpless person?
That's actually not listed.
Not helpless, he was a veteran.
Not listed.
I melted some guards.
You did melt some guards, but I think that as a wizard, you don't need to make a steel test.
I just melt things, and that's just what I do.
For melting things. Yeah, because there's...
Really? Matt doesn't make a steel test for doing that? That seems odd.
I can see not. I mean, my character did that for a living for a long time, so it's nothing new to him.
Yeah.
Still weighs on a person.
I was gonna say, like Ob 5 is participating in a mass battle, but it wasn't quite a mass battle. Ob 4 is being stabbed, shooting another character, witnessing a friend or relative killed, surviving a natural disaster, encountering anthropomorphic monsters. Ob 3 is being in a brawl or fist fight or riot.
Well, the funeral was kind of a riot.
The funeral did kind of turn into a riot.
Do we all get a mark?
Maybe if your brother hadn't been a dick, Dustin.
Yeah.
Hey, I take
I'm
no
not
responsibility for my brother. Thank you.
Yeah. Well, you're the one who grew up with him. Maybe you could get a handle on the situation.
That's right.
Do I look like his dad?
Well,
You're
kind
his
of.
keeper now.
I'm sure you do kind of resemble his dad.
That's how genetics works.
Yeah.
Really?
I mean, he resembles your
What
dad
was that?
too.
What was that? Being a part of a riot in the
Ob
brawl?
3.
What was that?
Ob 3.
Oh, that's difficult for me, and I don't need. I'm full on difficult and challenging. I just need routines. But Ob 1 and Ob 2 steel tests don't happen very often.
What's your skill?
Four.
Good wait.
I just need difficult. I got a challenging, difficult. I need 2 more difficult.
Yeah. Like those Ob 1 and Ob 2 steel tests are surprisingly difficult.
What are they?
Let's see. Ob 1 is news of a relative dying, weird, low-grade supernatural phenomena. Ob 2 is witnessing violence, being in a presence of a character with the dreaded trait, a heated sports competition, witnessing childbirth. I feel like
When
that's
I
low.
was this is a couple sessions back, so it might be too late. But when we saw like the skulls moving around when Fayana was talking to stuff, would that count as low grade supernatural
that
event?
had been the Ob 5 for witnessing or being party to spirit activity. Yeah.
Is magic considered supernatural?
Weird low-grade supernatural phenomena would be like when something has a lawbreaker trait and like just weird kind of stuff happens, like mildly spooky, or like
Poltergeist activity.
yeah, or maybe like a wizard comes in and like makes all the candles light on their own.
Yeah, it does seem like it would be really hard for any of that to happen.
Yep, it kind of happens when it does. But I think when you have downtime for practice, you can actually practice steel to hit those.
I pay Alduin to randomly jump out at me and shout.
Ah!
I don't think you'd have to pay me for that.
You just cover yourself in spiders for like an hour a day.
Just randomly pop out and hit him with my shield.
That's right. Cool. So that was that. And the other thing that we need to sort of figure out in a quick flashback was
The letter.
The letter.
Oh yes, the letter I forgot.
I'm sorry. Did you reach a determination about still tests?
No, that was it.
I'm
sorry. Like if
okay.
none of that, I don't think that there was anything that really applied.
Okay.
Oh,
cool.
I thought you were saying that the riot situation.
Yeah, the riot was OB 3.
And we just marked that as an OB 3 test.
Yes.
Still. What asshole redid the character sheet?
That was last session.
No, I know, but I'm still mad about it. Matt. Maybe I don't like change, okay? Well, cool. That's another routine still test. Awesome.
So you
four
need
of those that get a free froyo.
So you need the higher level ones, and everybody else needs the routines.
Yeah.
No, I need
OB
ones as well.
I need OB 1s and 2s, and that's all I need. I've maxed out everything above that.
I have a B5 steel, so routines do me nothing. I don't even get the froyo.
Yeah.
No froyo.
No, I have a 6, so it just doesn't matter.
You have a B6? Good lord.
Nothing.
I had kids, bitch.
Yeah, that's worse than being in a war?
Do you need me to tell you about it?
No, I'm good. I'm not pushing that agenda. I rescind my argument.
You take all the skill you want, it's fine. Just stop talking. Don't say anymore.
I was gonna say you don't even want to hear about it. That's how much that steel point is worth. Cool. So yeah, the other thing we needed to figure out was the situation with the letter.
Yes.
So kind of in as we do the Wayne's World, and show the what is it, the flashback scene before the credits roll, and then before we move back.
Aldwin, you wanted me to write you a letter. That's how that went.
Can you write me a letter?
Yes, that is a thing that I specifically can do.
How convenient.
Oh, okay.
All right. So I guess there's two questions here. First, like, what was the intent of the letter? What is it you were trying to accomplish?
I don't 100% remember.
It was you wanted to write back to your homeland and be like, this dude is not... Like, I think you wanted to ask for him to be removed, if I recall correctly.
I don't think it was that overt. I think it was...
Well, I remember you said he overstepped his bounds and he's not leading properly and he's taking advantage of things for himself.
I wanted to let them know he sees himself as a Dominus and he is unable to contain the situation, I think is kind of how I want it phrased. Sorry, I'm really distracted by the tiny kitten loaf behind Matt's head. So distracting. But I didn't want it to be like super overt, yo, this dude's crazy, get him the fuck out.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So
I guess my intent was to just let them know that he is
starting his own country.
Yeah, and he kind of sees himself as a ruler, and that's not okay.
Right. Questioning his legitimacy, or
yeah,
like
that's a good way of putting it.
Like sending it back and being like, "Hey guys, this is an issue."
Undermining him by going over his head.
Right. Is there a person in particular you're sending this to?
We had not decided that. I don't know who we would send it to because we never really got into it.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I was just like, because he was never like a general. He was kind of a legionary commander, like he wasn't in charge of like all the armies. This is just like his unit.
Probably whoever gave him the order to come out here and do the stuff.
Sweet. My last question to you, Aldwin, is: are you literate at all?
I can read.
You can read. Okay.
I can read.
I just wanted
write,
to know because you
but
can't
I can
write.
read.
So you needed Yesi to write for you.
Right.
Yeah. My question was: were you writing what he was actually saying, or like were you writing it in good faith, or taking advantage of the fact that he may have been illiterate?
Oh,
and being
that's a good question. That is a good question. I like that.
I would say that I probably wrote the gist of what he wanted, but with perhaps larger, stronger wording.
To be fair,
I may have
only a B2.
Yeah, then he may have understood. Because I'm an educated person, I use my thesaurus brain to be like, yeah, no, he's starving people, and we're all gonna die.
We didn't know about the starving when we wrote the letter, though.
Did we?
No, that came after. The letter was like first or second session. I think it was second.
Yeah. But yeah, basically that. Use big words I hope he doesn't understand to say, wow, this guy's a douchebag. You should come and remove him.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea, honestly.
Okay.
Did you know that he killed a bunch of people?
Yeah. So
JFC, guys, come on.
So it sounds like if you succeed, then the letter is going to like alert officials back in the Empyrean that like shit's going wrong and needs to get looked into.
I wanted it to be covert too. I didn't want anybody else to know what the letter till it got there. I didn't want the Dominus to find out.
Okay.
I do remember you saying something about that being a failure condition.
That could have been. Yeah.
I mean, I'm perfectly fine with you changing it. I'm just saying I just remembered that.
Yeah. Okay. So I think if you fail, failure in this case is more of a question of succeeding a little too well. Like right now it's hey, things are bad. You should probably send somebody out here to look into it. Maybe get things kind of straightened out. If you fail, like they're not going to send like a few dudes to like iron out the problem and maybe replace him with somebody better. They're going to be like, what the fuck is this shit? And
they're gonna think it's like a full up rebellion. Send out an army to pacify.
Yeah. It will go from a
such weight behind it.
Yeah. So this sounds. It's kind of a toss up between write and composition. Like when you're trying.
I was going to because of the nature, I was thinking of starting in composition and then forking right.
Yeah. Okay.
If that works, and then another one for persuasion.
That's totally fine. And if assuming that Aldwin is there, like as you're writing it. That's the dog.
It's a dog trying to itch her tone of shame. Her ears are itchy. She can't scratch them.
Yep. read is absolutely an acceptable helping skill.
Okay, good. I was
like,
I don't really have anything else but read to help her with.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Because there's nothing in your intent that sounds like I am definitely like trying to deceive Aldwin.
Yeah.
Because that would be a very different kind of situation.
Okay, so 2 forks for me and 1 for you. So there's 3 extra dice.
Yep. This is actually going to be a pretty easy test. It's only ob 1.
Oh.
Yeah. Seriously, ob 1 composition is for writing letters.
Okay. It kind of winds up being a routine test anyway, but I need those.
Yep.
All right, here we go. Oh, you fucker. Yep.
Nice.
Dude.
You wrote a wonderful letter.
You did.
Yeah.
You did.
I am a proper middle-aged lady.
Yeah, in the grand scale of things, you're young.
Don't worry, it was only like my teenage kid that got killed. That's fine. No, very young. Spry.
Spry, that's a good word. There's a personality trait for you, spry.
Yeah, so write the letter. It's very convincing, very well written.
Yes.
They'll be impressed that you wrote such a great letter.
They will be. Absolutely. Yeah. And that was a while ago before.
That was before everything really went down. Honestly, that was still when we were dealing with the girl.
Yeah. So flash forward to where we left off, which was Yezi and Fayana had burst around a corner after the disastrous funeral for your eldest son, only to run into Gisela and a handful of other people, her co-conspirators.
Malcontents.
Yep. Basically armed with skinning knives and like farm implements.
And I'd ordered them to move, and then when they didn't, I took off running the other way.
Yeah.
Because I have my kids with me.
Yeah. Because they're just going to let you.
Well, yeah, Yezi, or Fayana's there telling him that she's going to defile their ancestors, so I'm sure it'll be fine.
Nothing.
Yeah, I remember a very stern promise from Tiana.
I will fuck your shit up so hard your ancestors will regret you.
Yeah, something like that.
Something along those lines. Sweet. Yeah, like as you turn to bolt, like they move to cut you guys off. What are you doing in response?
Let me look at what I have. I don't think I have what I want to have.
Stabbing?
I definitely don't. I have no weapon.
Over-medicating?
I'm just going to run faster. Like
I run faster than they can catch me.
It's been pure fucking panic this whole time. Like, I have my kids, and I'm just running.
I love that you're so stoic and proper, and then, like, as soon as shit went down, like, focused on your kids, that mother instinct kicked in, and you were fucking out of there.
Yeah. No, that's an instinct. She has that as an instinct.
Nice.
Stop it.
And so you're running. Fayana, what are you doing?
Deciding.
Halting people.
Sometimes bitches need to be melted. They're in my way. It's time for them to leave.
You can always melt their implements.
I don't think she can direct the fire that easily. It's just a fan of it out in
Just
front of her.
Just a blast of fire.
You don't know her.
No, you can do a single target.
She had 2 whole wheat thins already, Dustin.
Don't know me.
I'm thinking that I kind of want to talk to him, but I'm just seeing persuasion, so
yeah.
I don't think this is really going to be very persuasive. I think it's going to be like, I'm going to fuck shit up if you don't move.
I think your intimidation seems to work better.
I was going to say, they do not look to be in the mood for talking. Mostly it's the like chasing after y'all with with farm implements and skinning knives.
Pointy bit.
They're like, ah!
That's fair. I guess we're gonna go for some flamies.
Okay, so
no choice.
So running and
you are making me melt you. What are you doing?
And fire. We'll handle the running first.
Stop making me burn you.
Look what you made me do.
So there's
we can't because your eyes melted off. But I mean,
so there's about 4 of them here. There's Gisela and 3 other women. And like there's that like brief pause as everybody like stops to figure out what they're gonna do, and as soon as Yezi and the 2 children like make a break for it, that's when everybody like kind of leaps into action.
Are we far from the square where we started? Like, are there people milling about?
Not really. You've gone pretty far.
Okay.
Just kind of in the course of the night. Bring up Gisela here. So her intent, she actually cares less about Fiona than she does about Yezi. And her intent is to basically they want to tackle you and drag you off. So this sounds like a versus speed test.
Okay.
She has a B3 and help because there's 3 other people here. You are at +1 ob because you are dragging 2 children along with you. And you know how fast kids move.
Okay, so would you go first and then I would add that to the obstacle?
Yeah, it would be whatever I rolled +1.
+1.
Yep. So I'll go ahead and set your ob here. All that, and I got
all right
1 success.
So I'm going
so
for
you need
2.
Ob 2 speed.
Base obstacle 2. So that happens.
Sweet.
Wow.
So, like,
man, you can't even count routine, motherfucker. Sorry, go ahead.
I know, I'm a dick. So they're going to capture you. Like they, like you go to move, and like one of them, like 2 of them kind of manage to cut in front of you, cutting off your escape. Gisela kind of gets up in your grill, and then like you kind of feel your arm jerk as the last one like gets a hold of we'll say Eric is the slowest one of your 2 children, like catches his wrist, and you like you hear him kind of yell, and you're jerked as they like go to grab and are kind of like pulling you in via your children. because that's how people operate. They're not trying to tear them out of your hands so much as like drag you into them, because they figure you're not going to let go. So you're like kind of tied up with these people right now. Meanwhile, Fayana, you were going to burn some motherfuckers.
Yeah, I'm gonna focus on Gisela.
Okay.
Is she really paying attention to me at all?
Not really. She's pretty intent on Yezi.
Do I have to stand back and shoot fire, or can I like grab her and like heat up my hand?
I believe we're talking about
shooting fire.
Yeah, destroy with sorcerer's fire. I think.
Can I only shoot that?
Let's take a look. Destroy with sorcerer's fire. The sorcerer chants violent and profane syllables as white fire jets from his fingertips. Yeah, so it can either do basically like you literally shoot fire out your hands.
Cool.
Or you can use it to like cast like a wall of fire. It basically turns you into Tim, the enchanter.
Call me.
Tim. So I don't want to be standing back. I want to be close, just so I don't risk anybody in the crossfires.
Sure.
Like 2 little ones.
Okay.
But I'm focusing everything on Gisela at this point.
Sweet. Cool. That is an Ob 4
sorcery
test. If you fail,
Children are melted.
no.
Shh, Dustin. Shh, Dustin.
If you fail, you're gonna have to resist tax.
Okay.
Because I have that as an option.
Magic?
What's that?
How does taxing work with the magic?
It's a fort test.
Oh yeah.
It drops her fort, and if she passes out from it, she can take a lot of bad damage.
Yep.
That almost happened in the last game, Dustin. Or did that? I don't remember. I'm trying to see if I could probably not fork anything into my magic.
There's not really a whole lot of things that you can fork into sorcery.
Yeah.
But it is open-ended automatically, so...
I'm just going to spend a persona on it.
Okay.
Is your fire fueled by the ancestors?
Yes.
You commune with them every morning.
I do. And I have Ancestor Wise. I don't know if that really helps me at this point in my life, though.
That depends. How would it be helping you?
They're helping guide my flame. They're like, oh no, this bitch needs to burn. They're like, let us help you.
I like these answers.
Yeah, sure. Ancestor-wise, I think is fine.
And I talk to them, and they just like me more than they like her.
Now after you said that, I can't picture the ancestors as not sassy black women. Like, oh hell no!
No. Let's not do that. No.
Base Ob 4?
Ob 4. Yep.
Wow!
Apparently,
what is going on, you guys?
Apparently, this is the.
I gotta go rewrite all my beliefs.
Sessions worth of
Jesus.
sixes.
Dustin, you used them all up.
I did not use all the sixes for 2 sessions.
You did though. What happened?
You still get to mark. You still get to mark a difficult sorcery test.
Oh, yay!
That is true.
Consolation prize there, Matt.
Thanks, baby.
I'd take it.
Wah, wah. As you attempt to cast the spell, like you feel
Kind of tired.
Yeah, it's like your body starts like it after the stress of everything, like it's just starting to not want to channel those energies through it.
I'm not a distance runner. I'm tired.
Yeah, and you can feel like the faint
You're a
echoes of
sprinter.
the fire that you were trying to pour out from them, like course through your insides. So why don't you go ahead and make me an Ob 4 Fort test?
Because I'm doing so good here, Shaun.
Because I
Rolls are with her.
Come on, let me click.
Homemade potato salad.
Let me click.
Let me click. So if I get found passed out in the street,
There it is.
that's fine.
You got 2 sixes.
you
I don't know if
do
that means
have 2
anything.
sixes.
And it's not auto pass out. It's just your fort is lowered by 2 temporarily.
Yep.
So I would like to spend some fate.
Yep.
Un point, por favor.
One point.
you already
Reroll those
rolled.
2 sixes.
Nice.
You're at 3.
Nice.
4. You don't pass out. You are not taxed.
I just shook
And a difficult fort test, which don't happen very often.
Yeah.
I think they're going to happen often for me.
Right. Yeah. Like you managed to resist the magic kind of backlashing against your body. But now you have the
I
other
have
problem
everybody's attention.
of Yezi and her children, like they're like grappling her, trying to start dragging her off.
I'm just going to start screaming. Like really loud.
I love it.
Yes. I'm going to start screaming for help.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
and since they put their hands on my kids, I want to open brawling.
Go
And
Mama
just
Bear!
start, like, because I don't really
Mama
have
Bear.
another good option. Like, she's just going to start punches until
I
she
mean-
gets her ass just taken out.
I can give you boxing lessons later.
You
Thanks,
need a
Father.
Go full on Mama Bear on him.
No, that's fair.
Like, unless you just want to let that ride, and like, I'm fine with that too.
No, that's okay. Like if because I know you have an instinct about your children.
Yeah.
And like yeah, you can absolutely like try and fight them off. Because at this point, like they are like.
Hang on, just one second. Sorry.
Ah, tiny children.
Can I open biting?
Fighting.
You're not a wolf.
I think
That's
that's a
called
trait.
savage attack. Otherwise, it would fall under brawling.
Can you transform into wolf?
Yes, she can. She can turn
I
herself
can.
into a wolf.
I don't know if it's going to really end well for me.
So, I guess what we're saying is yes, you can open biting.
What I think is going to happen if I try to transform into the wolf, it's going to be that scene in Moana where it's like half wolf, half person.
Wolf head.
But if it ends with Jermaine Clement singing at you, I'm okay with it. So,
yeah, I'd have to agree.
Or Lin-Manuel Miranda.
Yes.
Side note,
fantastic movie.
I need to see Jermaine Clement and Richard Iwadi in the same room just having a conversation. It's all I want out of life.
That would be pretty good, wouldn't it?
All I want out of life.
The same person, just different races.
He's not in his pajamas yet.
I was going to say, I hear him stomping up the stairs.
He wanted a cookie.
Tell him, hell no, child. You had cookies. It's 8:11. You should be in bed.
Last time. Yes, I want to open Brawling. Sorry. Because, yeah, they were pulling the kids and...
Yeah.
All right, Yazzie, the thumb goes outside the fingers, not inside the fingers, okay?
It's too late. Like, the time is past. Like...
And then... Don't
Okay.
Why are
punch
you
target,
showing me how
punch,
to hold the thumb on this hand and then punch it with this hand? And you like, am I
Punch.
supposed to like be like, hey guys, look where my thumb is. Look where my thumb is.
I'm teaching you the basics of the beginner sucker punch. Hey, over here, and then bam.
No, hey over here, and then you kick him in the crotch.
Yes.
Punch through
That's
your
not
enemy.
first. I don't know you.
So I think that that their intention, so you guys are kind of wrestling in this mass, and Gisela, like, she didn't even notice that somebody tried to burn her alive, because it just kind of didn't happen.
That happens when you suck, Bayana. Come on.
Oh,
That's fair.
yes.
I heard that.
Fair cop.
So her intent is really to just like fucking like clock you with the hilt of her skinning knife and just knock your ass out.
Yeah, and I'm fine with like this being kind of the last thing for me here.
Yeah.
On.
Neither of you have brawling, so this defaults like it's a beginner's like brawling for you.
Yes, it is.
But
Power!
yeah, but it breaks down to a versus power test.
For the eyes.
Because
She
it would
doesn't
be,
have brawling either?
no.
I thought
No.
you meant Bayana. Okay.
I don't know about Fiona, but
I don't have brawling either.
She has sorcery.
Just a bunch of
needs
women in the
Brawling
street.
Who needs-
going,
would be useful.
who needs brawling when you've got sorcery? Oh, apparently you do. But yeah, so this boils down to a versus power test that's going to possibly apply to your beginners like brawling, because since you're both at double ob penalty, it evens out in the wash.
Okay, if I succeed,
Yes. What's your intent?
I feel like saying that I get away kind of doesn't really seem like
the
me.
last roll.
No,
No, not that necessarily, but like a group of people versus
no, that's
like a
totally
soft
fair.
diplomat.
Like if you want it to be, you kick them away, and tear yourself and your kids free. That's totally fair.
Yeah, and then make a fresh break for it. Like that's what I want.
Yeah.
I just didn't know if that was
We'll just keep running.
okay. Yeah, I'll just like my goal is to get to Collins Church.
Right. Okay.
Um,
Yeah. We'll figure that out, because I'm certainly not going to make you roll another speed test after this. We'll figure-
okay.
I'll go ahead and set your ob here. No, Marta.
I can't really help her, can I?
Yeah, you can.
With like a power?
Yeah.
Can I help her with my power?
Yes, because beginner's luck is a stat test, and stats can help stats. How are you helping?
I am biting the shit out of everyone.
So you're just like running up there and like biting
Clawing,
somebody?
I'm screaming.
For
There's
the eyes.
kicking.
Awesome. Yeah, no, you can absolutely help. I got 2 successes.
Oh, if you got enough threes.
But
I'm gonna.
if the test is failed, then you're.
I'm
you're
being dragged away
implicated.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fair.
I'm gonna spend a persona on this because I have an instinct about it. So I'm going balls to the wall.
Balls.
Balls, balls, balls.
Balls of steel.
Motherfucker.
Come on.
Good.
Come on.
I am out. I'm just.
Hang on.
No.
No. How many did you? Okay, you did only get one success. Sorry, I was.
Oh, the obstacle. That's.
Yeah,
Because
it's still
must have
only
done
one
that on
success though. It should have been
Yeah,
against.
no,
an
I got
two.
all 5.
Yeah.
I put in 2, but it automatically did the.
I mean, it
the
makes
initial
sense.
bullshit.
You are a dignified lady. You're not really good at,
Fighting and kicking.
Yeah.
Nice. So yeah, like you go to like start like punching and kicking at them, trying to get them off of you and your children. Fiona, like I don't. Do you like jump onto one of them's back and start
Yes.
like ah!
Just clawing.
All their hair.
And like in the sort of in the chaos, Gisela managed to like check your arms out and then just clocks you across the head with the hilt of her knife, and everything goes black. The other two kind of like get the wild woman on the ground, and like
Watch out for that
one of them
priestess. She bites.
like one of them boots you in the face,
That one gets a muzzle.
and then psh, like everything goes fuzzy. And
I am
it's
definitely going to turn into a wolf next time.
and it's all awful. So so let's jump to Colin.
Yes.
Where had we left you,
Father.
Father Colin? Because I know that you had you kind of aided Yezi in getting away.
A little bit. I kind of blocked the thing, and then I was going to palm the knife and run away.
Oh, that's right. The knife that was on the ground.
Yes, there was the knife, the Dominus's knife, the one he used to murder Yezi's eldest son. So you were trying to palm it without anybody noticing before you get away? What's your intent here?
If it's interesting, I can roll for it. But basically, yeah, I'm trying to get the knife and get away from the crowd back to my church.
I don't think that there's any conflict in picking the knife up. It was sitting on the ground, like, so the soldiers had kind of like once shit started getting real, right? Like the Dominus had gotten a couple of his guards and been like, "Come on, we're going back to the castle. The rest of y'all, like solve this mess. Like put down this this bullshit riot." Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't think that anybody's paying attention when you pick the knife up.
Okay. I'll tuck it away in my priestly robes, and I will book it back to my church.
Sweet, you have a superior quality knife.
Superior.
Yep. He's fancy. But there's a lot of shit kind of going on in the meantime, right?
Yeah.
And it turns out that a group of villagers have like gone full resistance, because as you start making your way kind of out like of the immediate situation, you can see that like people, like women and elderly people and small children. Not small children, but young children, children too young to really be considered like warriors. The ones that are still around after
Yeah.
the initial conquering, uh, like they're going after the guards, like the soldiers.
Dominus's soldiers.
Yeah, yeah, because there's always a handful kind of around, just acting like as a police force, right? Uh, they hadn't been out here in force yet, but there are still some around, and apparently whoever Gisella's been talking to has been like, no, we're going to take down the man. And this was kind of their opportunity.
Okay.
So that's going on. Like how are you going to get back to your church without becoming a target?
Um,
As the heathen foreign faith.
does it look like that side's winning?
It looks pretty much like it's a draw. There's technically there's more Varda than there are actual soldiers, but there's also a lot of regular people, right? That are coming out and kind of starting to investigate, and then seeing these Imperium soldiers like starting to get mobbed and kind of entering the fray themselves. It hasn't turned into like a total like bloody clusterfuck yet, because from what you can see, like the soldiers really haven't started pulling out weapons yet. But it's probably only a matter of time.
I'm I I'm gonna start randomly grabbing older children that are near a bunch of the younger children that are hucking rocks or doing whatever.
Okay.
And I'm gonna like almost like hissing at them, be like, "There's going to be blood on the streets. Get the small children out of here. Keep them safe. Go, go, go." Try to convince them to get at least the more, you know what I'm saying, like the kids that are just kind of following along, or we don't want the kids getting hurt.
Sure. It sounds like persuasion is what you're using.
Cool. I'm not training that. Let's do it.
That's awesome. It's only odd 2.
It went well for me. You should be fine.
Mm-hmm.
If you fail, then so here's kind of what I'm picturing is that you're you're grabbing like the closest kid that you come across to you, like the closest like older, like 11, 12-year-old, somebody who can be somewhat responsible.
Yeah.
And trying to tell them, if you succeed, obviously they're going to do what you say. If you fail, when they turn around, it's a Varda kid that you're looking at, and you're going to realize very quickly that,
or it's a Varda kid that doesn't care, and he sees me as the enemy right now.
Yeah.
Okay. And persuasion is will.
Yes. Yep. It's ob 2 because they're a kid, but you are doing beginner's.
Matt, don't forget you have the lucky trait.
Oh yeah.
Forget every session.
I am going to spend one persona because I have a thing about this.
Okay. Try and spend your will to live. It wouldn't be totally embarrassing for a 12-year-old Barda to kill you.
All right. First.
Oh, look at those 6s.
Double 6s.
I'm going to blow up them 6s.
Hurt.
Beatrice.
I just called you Beatrice.
So it's a couple of 3s that you got there.
All right, hang on. I'm going to.
Can he add them together? Toss them between them. Here we go, Lucky. Here we go.
Yes.
Have faith in you, Matt.
I'm going to. Well, let's see. Yeah, let's do it. Let's lucky it.
So you're going to pick up those 3 failures and roll those.
There you go.
And that's 2 more successes.
There you go. That will do it. Yeah, like so as you grab him for a second, like he jerks away. It's a young boy. And kind of raises a fist like he's gonna punch you in the face. Until like it sinks in what you're saying. And he drops it and like starts like runs forward and like kind of grabs a smaller, like it looks like a young girl, and like kind of you hear him jabbering in the local tongue at her, and
they're wicked smart. Let's get in the car. It's in my headcanon now that they're Boston dialects. Yeah, that's.
You got the car keys?
Gonna park in the car.
They're Boston Vikings.
Get out of Harvard Yard.
Harvard Yard. Get some chowder.
Chowder.
Maybe some lobster.
It's pronounced chowder. Yeah. So kid like starts dragging the small ones away, and then like gets motions over a couple of similarly aged co-conspirators, and the 3 of them start like like pulling younger kids into doorways, as like you see a rock like kind of come out of the darkness because it's still nighttime, and like bing across a soldier's shield.
As soon as I see the kids are starting to get safety, I'm going to run back to my church.
Cool.
Actually,
what?
Could I retcon slightly?
Maybe.
Could I tell him to get the kids to the church? It'll be safer there.
Sure.
Okay.
You want a whole bunch of kids at the church? That can't go.
Not at all gonna
poorly.
Go wrong. Yeah. Okay. And then I'll run to the church too.
Nice.
They're bursting into flames as soon as they go through that door.
So I'm gonna bounce.
That's what you think.
I'm gonna bounce over to Aldwin for a second. Aldwin, you like while the funeral had been going on, you'd come in triumphantly with your gigantic fucking wolf corpse. Where?
Imagine. Well, I was taking it to the courtyard.
Yeah.
I imagine on the way I had been informed about what went down in the funeral.
Well, yeah, because it's not long after you've sort of gotten back and are like getting kind of everybody resituated. People are trying to, setting the corpse somewhere where it can be examined later, rather than just like chucking it on the ground, right?
Yeah.
And it's really not that long between the time that you have gotten back and the time that your brother Nemarius comes bursting through through a door, or actually you so you're kind of in the courtyard and you hear the command go up to open the gates, and as they're open, you like Numerius comes in. You can see that he's got like somebody had clearly nailed him with some rotten fruit, or vegetables on his way, on his way back. He's only got a couple of his guards with him. Sorry, I should not look at things that have gone through the chat while we're playing, because I get to see dogs that are dressed like Kellyanne Conway.
Yeah, I saw that too.
That's pretty great. Yeah, like he bursts through with a couple of his guards, and like just comes straight up to you, and says, "No, Oldwin, these these barbarian ingrates have finally they've this is the last straw with them. I've tried to be kind, I've tried to be lenient, I've tried to make this work. I put you in charge of my forces. I want you to end this. Pacify those people."
Oh.
Pacify these people? You tried to take a woman's children from her in front of all of her people because you disrespected her son. Her son, sorry. Husband.
Bitch. No, it was my son. You were right.
Oh yeah, it was your son. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Dead son.
But like, I'm not like my guy. I'm not taking any shit from him. Like, I don't even flinch from him.
Nice.
Trying to command me.
Yeah. No. He like he gets up in your face. And he's probably a little broader than you, but he's also a little shorter. So he's like your nose kind of nails him like right here.
Okay.
Give him a kiss.
But he glares up at you from under his eyebrows, and he's just like, "Are you questioning my orders, soldier?"
I kind of take a second, like I wince just a little bit at the word soldier, and I look at him and I say, "With all due respect, brother, this could have been handled infinitely better than it was. You have done nothing but exacerbate the situation. You want me to handle this situation, yet you seem to make it worse."
He kind of looks at you for a second, and he says, "Very well, brother. If you won't perform the duty that I have given you, if you won't accept the honors I have given you, then you are relieved of them." And he turns to Oppius.
Sergeant Obvious?
Sergeant Obvious!
And he,
Is he getting
Is he gonna
promoted?
be a captain now?
yeah. He's welcome to the Imperial Field Promotions.
Promoted to
Captain Obvious.
I'm so happy right now, Shaun.
You just lost your job and your power.
Yeah, he
Captain Obvious.
yeah, he turns
Says
to
that?
Obvious.
And I look at Obvious like almost in a way trying to determine if he's with me or with my brother.
He just stands there like slack-jawed, like looking between the two of you. What are you gonna do? Like
You gotta
okay?
totally
So
convince
you
Orpheus
know
to be on your side.
soldiers, right?
Yes,
Like
I have soldier wise.
this is a thing. You don't even need to roll it. I'm just like, you know that there's a point, uh, uh like Oppius isn't the kind of dude that
Thinks too deep about things.
No, it's not that. It's that like there's that certain like soldier's attitude where it's like I have to do my job. Like it doesn't matter if this guy's an asshole. That's not my place to call him on. Like Oppius is definitely one of the guys who probably isn't going to be like, woohoo, let's go knock some heads in. But like when his commander is going to give him an order, he's probably gonna follow it. You're
by commander, you mean my brother?
Yeah.
I mean, unless you give him another command and outcommand the commander. I mean, I'm just saying you could in this now.
Yeah, do that whole thing where you're like, by the regulations of the Imperial, you are no longer fit for command, and I strip you of your rank, motherfucker.
Bitches. Sergeant Obvious, cuff him.
Are my men around?
There's a bunch of men. Like you guys had all like come in and were like getting like resituated from being out in the woods and dealing with the wolf when Numerius burst in. So yeah, there's a ton of, well, not a ton of people, but probably a good 10, 15 people like kind of standing out here in the courtyard, like watching you two have this battle of command with poor Captain Obvious in the middle.
All right, let's do this. Let's do this. Is there something nearby I can kind of get up on, address people at?
Sure, there's plenty of them, plenty of things.
I'd like to get up on just the nearest thing, like a box or a crate of some sort, to address my men that are nearby.
Okay. Yeah.
And try to grab their attention, including Sergeant, possibly new Captain Obvious.
That's, you don't need to try. Like, they're all there and being like, oh, shit.
Like, my brother is no longer fit to command this city, or town, I should say. He thrives on trotting upon the local population and creating strife. We could live side by side peacefully. If you follow him, you will follow him to your death. You have seen what we dealt with in the forest. You think we stand a chance against anything like that if we're fighting amongst ourselves here?
Don't ask him questions. Give him commands, man. You gotta be the boss.
All right. Stand with me and live. Stand with him and you will die in chaos.
Nice. You say all that, and like he looks up at you, and then like turns to the men, and is he snaps, he looks at everybody kind of standing slack-jawed and being like, what? And he just shouts out across the courtyard, attention! And like everybody like does that instinctive like feet together, like when the commander voice comes out, and he's just like, I'm giving you men a direct order. You will follow Captain Oppius into the village and pacify it, regardless of what my fool brother would try and have you do. These are your orders, soldiers. Go forth and do your duty. This is going to be. It sounded like you were doing oratory. Was your intention to do command? Like oratory is giving a speech, and that is kind of what
it sounded speechy, yeah.
Oh, honestly,
because
like if you finish with a strong like arrest him, then you could do like command with like an oratory fork, I think.
Well, yeah, I was trying to get him to stand with me, kind of a. Yeah, I would say probably oratory.
Okay, that's.
What is my booming voice fork into?
Booming voice.
You picked something. I remember you.
Fork.
I thought it was command or oratory or conspicuous.
Can't remember. I don't see it on my.
Did you write down what you did with
it? Where are
it?
traits? Oh, there they are. Command. Have it on command.
Dude, end it with a strong like arrest your brother like right now, man. Do it.
Yeah, what is your intention here? What's your intent?
Intention is to make the men turn against him.
Okay.
Ignore his orders. Disregard his orders and follow mine. He is not fit to lead.
All right. So he's rolling command. He also has soldier wise.
I imagine he would. He has the same life paths I do, except more.
This is going to be a versus test. If he succeeds, he's like they're gonna go out and go attempt to pacify the village. He's probably gonna hold a couple of back and attempt to arrest you.
Like, I imagine that's what I've done is probably not gonna go unnoticed.
Yeah, right. Like, like it's one of those things that even if it's not necessarily part of this test, you know that's a thing that's coming next.
Yeah, I understand.
Yep.
General flow of things.
Yeah. So here he goes. He's forking in soldier-wise. See, no. Rhetoric doesn't apply here. Oh shit, does he have Arda?
You dare.
How dare! How dare, good
he's
sir.
Not gonna spend it.
Good, because I blew through all my Arda last session.
Oh, did you?
Oh.
I got 4 successes.
Yeah, you did.
So I'll give you an advantage die from like taking that high position, or you could easily use it as a conspicuous fork if you have conspicuous. Otherwise, it's just an advantage die. Okay, so
I do not.
So an advantage
I have command. So is it with that last sentence? Is this command? Instead of oratory?
It sounded like command with an oratory fork.
Okay. Can I fork in more than one thing?
Yes, you may.
If it's appropriate, yeah, like soldier-wise.
Yeah, absolutely. I have soldier-wise.
Okay.
I'd like to fork in oratory soldier-wise, and then I have the call-on trait booming voice.
That only applies if you tie or if you fail. If you tie, it can break the tie in your favor without having to re-roll. Or you can, like if you fail by...
Yeah, you wait till after the roll, basically, to see if you need to use it or not.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, so I'm going to roll my command.
How many persona are you dumping on this? All of them. All of them.
Probably 1 or 2.
How many do you got?
Up to 3.
3. I have 3.
I'd spend 2, man.
I would like to keep my will to live, especially if shit's about to go down. All right.
Nothing is more confounding to the headsman than when he tries to cut your head off with an axe and the player goes, "I spend my will to live."
No.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and spend 2 persona on it.
Okay.
All right. Manned modifiers. That would be 3.
Your oratory fork, your advantage die, and your soldier wise fork.
Yeah. Artha 2.
What's your command base? What's your command base rate or base exponent? Yeah.
3. And my ob is 4.
Yep, your ob is 4. Oh, nice. 5 successes.
Yeah.
Against an ob. 4.
Do I get anything more for rolling up higher?
You got 1 extra success. You can spend it on what is it? Working carefully? No, patiently.
That doesn't really do anything in this situation, does it?
You can use it to color your success.
And
basically
like they see in you what they thought they saw in him, or something like that, or they see in you that you're a worthy commander and he's not.
I've fought alongside them. He hasn't.
Yeah.
Commanded from a distance. There's just no need to spend fate then. Okay. That's what I was checking, because I have double 6.
Okay.
I guess I'll leave some 6s for the rest of you.
Shit. Yeah. So they're going to refuse to go down and pacify the village, huh? And remove Lurko from command. That was your intent?
Yeah, I think so. I think that's really, it doesn't get much more simple than that. Remove him command.
So,
question: how does his guard take this?
Oh yeah, they're not fucking taking this line down. But he's only got like 2 dudes with him.
Yeah, that's what I was. we outnumber him.
Yeah. They, like, all of your men, like, they'd been kind of standing at attention when Lurko called it out. And then they all kind of do an about face. Like, once your command like sinks in and they make their decision. And with that like military precision, like, they all like turn, shields out, spears down, in formation, and you hear Oppius call out, Numerius Lurko, surrender and come quietly. And Lurko is just shaking his head and backing up as his 2 guards like move in to shield him. As like he fucking goes to book it, like, back the way he came through the still open gate, while the rest of the soldiers like move in on the 2 guards. There's no unless you want to keep them alive for some reason. They they
are vastly outnumbered.
Yeah.
They're quickly stuck and killed.
Yeah. They fight valiantly. A couple of your men are injured in the process, but they're taken down, and like they go basically just run over these two two dudes, and start chasing after your brother, whose fortunes have turned against him quite suddenly.
Quite suddenly.
Like you
Well,
do.
that escalated a little more than I had planned on escalating it, but you know what? That works.
That's
We'll just expedite it.
sometimes that's just how shit goes.
You know?
Sometimes
Welcome to the burning wheel.
Sometimes
I
you
was
think
just
things
gonna
are
have
going
a nice talk with him, but he got up on my shit. I wasn't having that.
That's what he do.
That's what he do.
That's he fucking ran away.
Time to take some notes.
Yeah. What time is it? 9?
Kristen, are you sure we're not at like Deeds territory yet? Come on. What just happened?
I feel like we're creeping Deeds territory.
I feel like there's gonna be like a natural kind of breath at the end of like this little arc. Like we're gonna hit the point where he's disposed and whatever's happening with Fiona and I is resolved.
Yeah.
Yep. In this whole cluster where everyone's running in different directions, do any of us run into someone who's now running from his guards? Just a question.
Or see us being drug away.
Something I wanted
to
do.
Well, we were quite a ways out.
Yeah.
Something I had planned before the whole conflict with my brother. I would like to kind of retcon a little bit, if that's okay.
If it makes sense.
Rather than my entire guard chasing down my brother, I would like some of them to go and try to stop his guard. Or to go find Fiona and Yezi.
Okay.
Bring them to me. Because my intent was to find them, get his guard to quit chasing them. But as far as I know, it's his guard after them. I don't know about.
Okay. Yeah, I mean they'll like.
I would like to go with them too, if possible.
Oh, okay. So if you're gonna go down there, and do that, that's a different story. Yes, let's
just
come.
Don't
back.
want them all running off after my brother. Like
no, that's fine. Like there's no conflict in you being like, hang on, you guys stay here. Like you don't run. You guys go chase after him.
Okay. Sorry.
You go this way. You go that way. I'm just gonna walk around here in circles. How?
Ow.
Oh, I know. I know how you guys are going to do it. I think. Like what? When you go out to go track them down, tell me what it is you're doing. Obviously, your intent is to find them. Right?
I would imagine I would go to the actual place of the ceremony first.
Yes.
Try to figure out if anybody's seen them run off. See what the guards are doing. Like if I could see a bunch of guards running in a direction, because as far as I know, that's what the problem is. If I see a bunch of guards running in a direction, I can imagine that's probably where they went. I want to make sure they're safe.
Right. Yeah. So when you get down into the village proper, you can see kind of the extent of what's going on where Gisella's people there's kind of this stalemate back and forth. I think at this point the soldiers who have been acting as village guard have kind of organized at this point. You can see a few people have gotten bloodied and are off to the side of the main, like they've kind of centered themselves in the main square where the ceremony was supposed to have taken place, and the locals are kind of trying to push them like ring them in. But it's the soldiers are kind of standing shield to shield, and are flanked by some of the immigrant farmers who have come who are and like it's not bloodshed, but it's very much like
Very tense.
yeah, well,
Kind of
and
like a powder keg.
yeah, uh, yeah. This is more like what you would think of as like police action at a protest, right? Only it's almost in reverse, where the guard is getting kettled by uh, by the resistors, and they're doing their best to not like start like seriously cracking heads, but there's only so far they can be pushed. Um, so like this is the situation that you come in on, and then like kind of off in the distance you can see people like running around shouting. There's probably smaller skirmishes going on.
Man, I really don't want to make another speech.
No, that's fine. Like if you uh
I don't even know who I would ask. I would.
we can expedite this with an observation roll. Sorry.
Okay, let's do
Apparently
that.
I can't speak. I just wanted to get like a sense of what the fiction
Gotcha.
was going to be once you kind of got down there. Uh, yeah, because they Gisela and her group are trying to like they're not really treating Yezi like a prize to be like held up in front of everybody.
Yeah, they're trying to sneak him away.
Yeah. Um, but there's crowds all over the place. Uh, so they are trying to be inconspicuous.
Do I get any sort of bonus for the sheer amount of men they're helping with me with it?
Possibly. Hang on. My keyboard was doing something stupid. Do you have observation?
Is that a skill?
That is a skill.
No.
Ah, that's
I have perception.
that's okay because they don't have they don't have inconspicuous either. I don't think.
There you go.
So you get to make a beginner's luck inconspicuous test.
Observation test.
Yeah, sorry, observation test. They get to make an inconspicuous.
And that goes under being learned.
Yes, and they're actually at a +1 ob. Actually, I'll even say +2 because they're trying to be inconspicuous while getting 2 unconscious bodies and 2 struggling children, like through the crowd without really being spotted.
Makes sense. By a horde of, not a horde, but a bunch of soldiers.
Yeah.
So does it automatically set my B4 and all that for being learned based on my perception?
I actually just roll perception because it'll screw everything up. And why don't you actually set my ob
Okay.
for this?
Roll perception with no modifiers.
Yep. Actually, you are getting help. How many guys do you have with you?
You've never really determined. I would
let's-
imagine.
Let's say you can get the equivalent of 2 helping dice.
Okay.
From them. You probably have technically, let's say 3. Like you and 3 3 dudes.
Yeah. I imagine it wouldn't be very many people.
No.
No Artha. Just put base ob as 1.
Yeah, or 0 is fine.
Oh, goody.
You got one success, but you got a 6.
I'm gonna pop that 6.
Nope. So their ob is 1, 2, 3.
Sorry, I tried. Anna, Yezi.
Well, your odds are still
look like
pretty darn good, honestly. So they got 3 people helping. No Arda. But their ob is 3 because they're at +2 ob. You got to be kidding me. So I think what happens is like you get part of the like you're able to kind of pick up just from like overhearing people and whatnot, you get kind of to where Yezi and Fana had actually gotten into the tussle with them, and like on like as you arrive, and you can kind of tell that like there's signs of a struggle here, like there's some blood on the ground, and this is actually fairly far away from where kind of the center of the chaos is, and you can tell they've sort of been taken back to the back into the village somewhere, but you pretty much lose any trace of them after that.
Okay.
But as you're kind of looking, you there's a herd of children that crosses your path.
That's odd.
Well, yeah, it is odd because of Priest McPriest face. Matt, were you there? Like, were you leading the kids, or were you like, no, go to the church, and I'll follow you?
You know what? I think it'll be more safe for them. Yeah, I'll lead them, get them to the church.
Nice. So yeah, like you two kind of cross paths.
And I'll look at him and I'll kind of wave him like big wide eyes and wave him over.
Okay.
And I'll say I'm getting these children to the church before all hell breaks loose. I could really use some. I point to your men, some shields to keep them safe while they're there.
I'm gonna look at the 3 men next to me, and I'm gonna motion to follow Father Colin.
Yeah, they'll they give you a salute. Yes, sir, and they will happily follow.
I'm going to kind of pull him aside a little bit, away from the children.
Me?
Yes. And we'd be like, don't leave the church, because my brother is no longer in command. And I am looking for Yezi and Fiona. You know where they are.
I have not seen them. I've been trying to get back to the church, and I saw children in need, and I'm trying to bring them with.
I'm going to go search for them. You need to keep them safe, because the situation's only going to get worse.
Okay.
I think Yezi and Fiona, uh, you two awaken roughly at about the same time. Would I don't think it matters much who wakes up first, um, or comes to. Uh, you find yourselves uh, tied, like tied up. The ground's super cold. Um, you can feel that it's bare dirt underneath you. Um, it's still dark, so it's like you can tell that it probably hasn't been that long. Um, but you definitely recognize that you're in. Uh, they don't really have barns, but like a shed of some kind. Uh, it's probably normally for grain storage, but there's not much. It's not really any in there at the moment. Um, it's pitch black. You are likely to be eaten by a grue.
I'm waiting for it.
Uh, what what do you do?
First I call for my children.
Um, you you don't get a response. Yeah, like you don't uh, hear them anywhere.
Okay.
Panic mode engage.
And you haven't you haven't been gagged.
No, yeah, that's fine. Fiona, are you okay?
You're muted, babe.
Oh yeah, I was typing it. It makes Dustin crazy. Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah. So I'm gonna How are we bound?
So your feet are bound. Your hands are bound, kind of behind you. You're not exactly hogtied.
Yeah.
But you're tied at the wrists, with your hands behind you.
Okay.
And your feet.
Is there any moonlight coming in through cracks of the door or anything? Can you tell where the door is?
Yeah, there's a little bit of light streaming in. It looks like yeah, moonlight. It's not yellow enough to be torchlight or anything.
Cool. I'm gonna hop my way across the silo and just body check the door.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Matt,
okay.
Chat.
It's not very big, right? It's not like a great big silo. Yeah, so you kind of bump into Fiona in the course of getting up.
There's just her and I in here.
Yep.
And our hands are bound behind our backs.
Hounds now?
Oh, I mean, maybe.
Release the hounds!
I mean, you've got a panther behind you, but I didn't know you had hounds.
So, it's an Ob 4 power test to actually we'll say Ob 3. You don't really need to break the whole door, right? You just need to hit it hard enough for it to swing open.
Yeah.
So,
or just make a lot of noise.
Blow the door down.
Yeah. Well, and I think that's the failure consequence. If if you fail, then it's going to make a lot of noise. It's going to make a lot of noise anyway, and probably is going to attract attention. The real question is, do you get the door open before anybody comes and investigates or not?
Yeah, and she'll just keep launching herself, hopping against the door. So I have 3 dice, so it should be good.
Yeah. Fiona, did you want to help?
2.
I mean, I can do whatever kind of help I need.
I mean, you guys can it's a power
hit
test.
the door harder than one.
So
yeah.
Power can absolutely help power.
Sure.
I mean, I rolled. I just.
Okay. I was just saying.
No, it's fine.
You get an extra die if you get help.
Okay, so do you want me to just roll one more die?
Yeah. Cool. That will do it. The two of you, like, the door gives way. You kind of hit the ground as you, as it opens. Like you can sort of scramble to your feet, and you can see that you're in a small, like, farmyard, and you hear, like, across the like small yard, like another door slams open from the house on the property, and this time you can see like interior light, like candlelight, torchlight, pouring out, and a voice shouting, Gisela, I think they've gotten the door open, and like a silhouette kind of coming your way. What do you do?
Do we just continue the body slamming?
I mean the no, the door's open. Like,
well, no,
I think she meant start body slamming some people.
Yeah. We just continue this routine we got going.
We trout across the field.
You burn the ropes that are binding your hands, Nicole?
Can I burn them? It's been going so well for me.
What you got to lose?
We didn't determine if magic is hands or speech.
Well, I'm shooting it out of my fingers. I don't know if I'm holding my hands.
To cast a spell, do you need to do intricate finger movements, or do you need, like, intricate syllables?
I thought we established that when you smashed what's his face fingers.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, never mind. You're right.
I forgot about that.
Well, is there a sharp edge nearby? An old plow sheath?
Yeah, absolutely. Like if you want to try and get your.
Yeah, I'm gonna go try and rub the rope off my hands and feet.
Yes, same.
I have a question. Do any of the people that tied them up have knot tying skill?
Yeah. Can I just yank a little bit?
Oh snap! Ain't none of them sailors, yo.
Yeah, no, none of them are sailors. They did have a shitty job tying you.
You can thank Matt for that one. He pulled that shit on our game. Tried tying someone up. He's like, "Do you have knot tying?" Oh, no.
Oops. Knots. So if you're
Oh, you're kidding, and Matt. Yo.
I know. He was chasing his tail.
I'd say, like if you're trying to use, like, some nearby tool to get your hands free, we'll say it's an ob2 agility test. Like, they're not, like we said, they're not sailors. They're not good at tying ropes. If you're successful, like, your hands will be free by the time that this person gets over there. Otherwise, you'll be in the middle of it when they come over and start, like, manhandling you.
You'll be getting your second test for brawling.
Yay.
All right. You said it's a 2?
Yep.
All right. There you go.
Nice.
Nice. Yeah. So as
Oh, thank the Lord.
Good.
both of you are successful, like as this person shows up, yeah, and you can kind of see like heads poking out like from the sides of the door past them, uh, as they're rushing towards you, but before they can actually get close enough to you to do anything, you feel the rope give way about your hands. So now you're not you're not defenseless. There's probably not enough time to untie the rope from your feet before they get there, but at least you're not like totally tied up.
Okay. No, I stand up and I'm like, look, I just want to talk to Gisela. Like, where the fuck am I gonna go? Could you calm down? Like, show me that my children are okay, and let's figure this out.
Okay.
I'll take her lead. She's much better at court stuff than I am.
Yeah, they like the fact that you start talking, like rather than attacking them, kind of brings them up short. It sounds like you're looking at persuasion.
Yeah, I want to persuade them not to punch me in the face.
Not to punch you in the face. Sure. There's only one person there. You can absolutely help. Like, both of you are there. So, yes, you guys can help each other with anything that seems appropriate.
I can help with persuasion just by like, hey, we're cool, man.
we're cool. Everything's cool.
If we wanted to start shit, would our hands be up? I mean, just think about it.
That's right. Also, these are farmers and not like hardened criminals or people that are used to violence or that kind of thing. Op 3. If you fail, I think they're gonna. What are they gonna do?
What'd I miss?
So far, they're trying to talk this whoever's coming after him, talk him down.
Coward's way out. Gotcha.
I'm trying to be more talky, less murdery.
I think that if you fail, then rather than this person like going straight to violence or anything like that, then I think that help is going to come for them. Like like some of the other people are going to be coming out of the house and outnumber you.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, if I succeed, I want them to basically like lead us into the house.
Okay.
There you go.
Jesus.
4 6s.
Holy crap. Yeah. I guess you guys got all the bad rolls out of the way.
Just proves that she's a talker, not a fighter.
Yeah, like you've got your hands up, and this person, you can tell it's one of the women from before.
Yeah, and I'm like totally just pleading. I'm like, just let me see my kids. Like, I don't want to fight you.
And like she comes up like just out of arm's reach, uh, to the two of you, and kind of holds up her hands, uh, and is like, okay, uh, but Gisella's going to need some kind of show of good faith. You have no idea how much she hates you.
I think I know. I think of all the things.
We've established
I
that.
think I know.
Your head still kind of throbs from the.
Yeah, no, like we're unbalanced and bloody and just like fucking seriously, you think I don't know? Like no, I want to talk, I want to figure this out, but I have to make sure my kids are fine first.
She says, "All right, you first. Uh, I'll be right behind you. Don't even think of running."
Like I look down at my feet, I'm like, well, would you like me to hop?
She rolls her eyes and then kind of looks back and like waves, waves whoever it is, like kind of in the doorway back, and is like, "No, go ahead, untie your feet."
Yeah.
Very slowly.
Yeah, and she pulls kind of this skinning knife from her belt. It's not even in a sheath. It's just like tucked into her belt. And she says, "I don't want to regret this. But like I said, you first." And she like waves with the knife like towards the house.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, it's like you're in you step into Gisella's like small cramped home. You can see Asta and Eric. They're kind of huddled up on the straw pallet that serves as a bed.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the other three women is trying to sort of keep them occupied, keep them quiet, and at this point, like Eric is kind of looking steely eyed at them, like fuck you.
Yeah.
Until you come in and Asta yells, "Mom!" As and Gisela kind of stands up between the two of you and the two of them.
Mm-hmm.
And the woman behind you is like, they just want to talk, Gisela.
Yeah, for fuck's sake, just let me see my kids and then we can hammer all this out. What am I gonna do? You have me outnumbered. I'm here. I clearly can't fight for shit. Like, I'm no threat to you. Let me see my goddamn children and then we'll talk.
Gisela is like, all right, and like just kind of gestures over there, like they're right there. There's only one room. It's not like you can. They're hidden from you. You can see we haven't harmed them.
I mumble under my breath, no wonder your son left.
I'm just.
She rolls a perception check to see if she hears you.
That's fine. I don't care.
Yeah, they don't seem like they've been harmed.
I didn't figure.
They're just upset.
Yeah. I tell him, I'm like, it's fine. Like, I need to talk to these people. I'm okay. Look, I'm clearly, like, the blood's on the side. I'm like, I'm clearly okay. Like, you guys just stay here and be good, and we'll see if we can go home soon, okay?
Asta kind of nods at you, and you can see that she's been crying. But she also kind of moves in front of Eric, like to get between him and the other people, like the other people.
Yeah.
And he's just still kind of glaring at people, and she's like, oh, okay, mom, whatever.
No, he's just like his big brother, but more alive.
But not dead.
Like, okay, Gisela, where can we go to talk? I'm not doing this in front of my kids.
She's like, all right, you and I outside. The witch stays here.
Okay.
That's racist.
It's racist.
Wait, you broke up. You got outside the witch?
Oh, it was just like, she stays in here.
You're
like,
just like breaking up a lot.
I'm
You
sorry.
could robot for me while you talk.
Does this help? Hello?
That makes it so much better.
Does it make it better?
Danger. Yeah, no,
I think your guys' internet's taking a.
It's probably taking a shit. Yeah. She.
Yeah, no, I'll go outside with her. I'm like, fine. Fiona, do you mind staying?
Not at all.
Leave the witch inside the house full of flammable things.
Full of flammable children.
Oh yeah, I forgot the kids were in there.
I won't send
Yeah, and I'll lead the way out the front door. Grab a lantern on my way out.
Yeah, she kind of moves so that the two of you are kind of in the middle of the field. It's not a large field. And she turns to you and is like, you want to talk? Fine, talk. But it's I don't see how you're going to be able to provide me any value more than as a bargaining chip with the Dominus.
You'd bargain with that asshole? You don't have the strong principles I thought you had.
She said I wouldn't be the first.
Have you even been talking to Mako? Because I heard word that you and him were in cahoots on all this little whatever bullshit you guys had planned for tonight.
She says I'm tired of being slaves to foreigners.
Great, me too. Help me get my kids out of this fucking city, and I will help you tear that asshole apart from the inside. But you are dividing everything into factions, and I am not your goddamn enemy.
She gets up in your face and is like, you stayed. You could have fought, and you stayed. You capitulated.
How much? Like, just don't even react as she like gets up at me. Like, how many family members should I have given up? Like, where does that end? You know, my husband fought, you're a leader. My son fought. Do you want me to just cast myself upon the Dominus' sword too? Let my young children be indoctrinated in his bullshit?
The rest of us.
And you're really. What's that?
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, I can't remember.
Yeah, she's, you know, she's just like, I can't. Do you think the rest of us didn't lose anything?
I didn't say that.
At least we were willing to fight.
And I am too, and I will fight from the inside, but I could have come out here and starved with you guys, and then we would have had no idea what he was doing. If I'm in there, and my children are not being held over me, you know, I can help you and I can help Mako, and we stand a fighting chance. Or you can just keep blindly flailing from outside the gates and wait for him to starve you out.
So you want her to help you get the kids out? Is that?
Yeah, and basically accept that I'm on her side, or at least approach the idea of working together. She could still hate me, that's fine, but...
Right. Okay.
But again, I don't know if this is dual territory. We can always handle it next session if we need to, but...
I don't think that we need to. Her position, she's pretty much just being intractable, right? Like, not to mention that fictionally her plan for you, even though she doesn't know it, is totally moot at this point.
Yeah. No, we're both functioning on the premise that he is still in power.
Yeah. So I think this is a straight persuasion test against her will.
Okay.
Which is 3.
All right. So I'm looking through everything here. I'd like to throw in musical instrument. I want to
Do you have one on you?
The instrument I took is too fucking big to carry anyway.
Oh, I was like, what are you packing a kazoo?
You don't want to know where.
You're right.
Okay, so yeah, I'll do persuasion. I don't really see much that would apply.
Yeah, it's pretty much
straight persuasion.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll throw one Arda into that.
All right, and I think.
And her will is 3.
Yep, and I think if you fail, like she's gonna get tired of talking to you. And I think part of like her whole thing is that like none of her shit is rational, right? Mm-hmm. She just kind of irrationally blames you because you're already an outsider, and from outside it doesn't seem like you lost as much as these poor farmers did. Like,
yeah, well, and
you
I'm
stayed in the
living
house.
large in the castle.
Yeah, while they're
To
while they're
them.
starving outside. Yeah, and I think she's gonna finally just let it all out with fists.
That's fine.
If you fail.
Okay. Let's see how this goes.
Mm.
At least I got a couple sixes. Let me fate that. Oh, there's one. Hey, it's another success.
Oh, faded
So I
again.
get to roll that again, right?
Yep.
Oh. So I hit it.
Exactly.
That's a success.
Yeah. Like her fists clench for a second, and then like you can see in her face that she just doesn't have anything
Yeah.
to throw
And I
back at
press
you.
it. I'm like, you know I'm right. You know you need my help. You can't do this out here. He's one ride away from just offing you guys all anyway.
And she's like she looks at you for a minute, and then like her shoulders, like you see them slump, and like doesn't even say anything, just like turns and trudges back toward the house. And like as she gets close enough, uh, she just starts calling out, let them go, let them go, let the children out. Which they do. A moment later, like the two kids like bound up. The other women like don't do anything as they like run out of the house across the grass, and next thing you know, you've got 4 arms wrapped around your waist, and they're doing their best to climb up your legs. like
Yeah,
kids
like
do.
I clutch at them for a moment and then I call out, I'm like, Fiona, are your spirits any good at guiding people? Is that a thing?
Yes.
We just load
Yeah,
up
and
the
just start like
spirit Google Maps.
walking towards the forest.
Nice.
Oh, look at that kitten.
I wanna bounce
Go ahead.
back to the church real quick. As Father Colin and the herd of kids and the guards like all show up. And kind of make like everybody's like packed into the church. It's not very big, but then neither is the village. The children by themselves probably fill, probably a quarter of the pews.
Okay. Is Chad there?
Yeah, Chadwick's there.
Yeah, I will inform him what's happening.
Yeah, because he's like,
there's
what is going on? What's going on, Father?
There's a riot. The funeral for the boy did not go well. I'll fill you in on the details on that later. What's important now is Captain Aldwin lent us some men to keep these children safe until the storm clears. For now, all we can do is pray and wait.
Wait and pray. Chadwick's like, yes, of course, and looks around and he's like, they're going to need food, Father.
Um, hopefully, it doesn't last that long, but if so, we have some meager stores that we can get into.
Of course, I'll open what we have.
Bring blankets, something to keep them comfortable. And we'll see how long this whole thing lasts.
Of course. Yeah, right away, Father. And like he goes off to start kind of getting everything set up and prepared.
And I'll turn to the kids and I'll say, do they look like they're all Varda children?
Yeah.
Then I will not say what I was about to say.
You're getting wiser by the day.
I was basically going to be like, some of you kids can come pray with me, but I'm like, nah, it's going to make you so happy right now.
Let's not push the agenda.
So, yeah, I'll pick a couple kids that look like they kind of taken the lead in helping the younger kids.
Okay.
And I'll send one or two, not a lot, or like I'll pick kids that look like they're like freaking out and they need something to do to distract themselves, and I'll send a couple of them with Chadwick, and basically give like simple busy work to some of the kids, maybe clearing away pews, maybe making little forts with the blankets when they come back with the little kids to entertain the little kids, giving them jobs to distract them if they need it.
You gotta be careful with those blanket forts because they can turn into a Civil War type situation.
Residents of New Fluffy Town.
New Fluffy Town and Blanketsburg.
Community. So yeah, and that's the thing. And then once they kind of get things situated, I'll go and I'll pray, quietly. Like I'll stop praying if it looks like there's something I can actually do to help. But whenever there's a moment of there's nothing else I can really do, I'll spend it to pray.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. I don't think
calling upon whatever divinities the Path of Virtue has to help out.
I don't think that there's any particular conflict here, unless there's
that's just what I'm doing. So I'm cool. I will have the armed and armored guards just kind of hang out near the children. I'll put a couple kids like on watch duty just in case a mob starts approaching the church or something that I can know in time. But other than that,
smart. Use the kids as shields. I get it.
Yeah, I mean that's what heathens are good for. So
they're small. You got to stack them up.
So yeah, when I need to send out a representative, I'll give my priest robe to 3 kids standing on each other's shoulders, and then they can go top.
I'm the tallest priest in the world.
So that's me.
All right. Is there anything else? Anything that we need to wrap up? Because otherwise, it's almost 10 o'clock here. It's 9:45. We should probably do Arta. I know I'd like to play longer, but my brain just doesn't.
You're fine.
Firing on all cylinders.
The only thing I was looking for those two, and they have wandered into the forest. So I don't know where to go from that.
Actually, not the forest. There's some farm there, and the farm's outside of the town.
Yeah, we're heading towards the edges of town.
Yeah, like I think now that nobody is trying to hide them from you, like eventually, if you needed to meet up, like there.
No, that's fine. That's fine.
Well, I'm just saying, like in general, there's an opportunity to do that. Like if you guys all like get word to each other that you all are okay and you're like planning on taking some next move, like this is a good time for that. The question is where Or like if you don't do that, that's fine too.
I think I gotta kind of wait until this whole riot situation dies down.
Yeah,
so
so
Yezi and Fiona, because in the end I was unable to find them, so I think it would be up to them to find me.
well, no, I mean, if you want to be out looking, I'm fine with that, because
I am out looking.
like we are trudging through a field towards trees, carrying 2 children.
Yep.
I'm looking through town is the only problem.
Yeah, well, I guess like
I'm just saying, if you want to find us,
there for now.
Yeah, we can hold off there.
Do our trait votes.
I don't think we're at trait vote territory quite yet. I think next session maybe. Like it feels like most of the
last session.
What's that?
I said you said that last session.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure I said maybe then too.
Children.
I was gonna say,
that's a tease, Shaun.
Don't make us parent, you guys.
That's a tease.
No, I said maybe. I didn't say that we would, okay? And I'm sorry that you're disappointed, but sometimes things don't work out, Dustin.
Aww.
Yeah, I'd like to do trait votes when I'm a little more clear-headed. I think is my big problem right now.
You mean I don't just get faithful right now because I can trick your brain into giving it to me because you're tired?
Who told you were getting faithful?
He did. He told himself
clearly,
he was getting...
Did you not hear me say, I prayed, therefore clearly I'm getting faithful
Clearly.
right now?
You prayed like once.
Yeah, that's all you need. That's all you need.
You can't just change your Facebook status to praying for victims of the riot and expect to be faithful.
Like that meme of it says Gondor calls for aid and it just puts it on his face.
It's changed his profile picture. Hey, question about trait votes. Do we get reputation votes then too?
Yes, you do. Traits and reputations can also like come just through play. Like if the fiction warrants it. Like you do some big thing and people are like, I think there needs to be a reputation like now.
Like Aldwin gets usurper.
Yeah.
Or, well, I was thinking more along the lines of I killed a direwolf by myself without getting hurt.
Beast Slayer.
Yeah.
I feel like reputation is shitty puncher.
I feel like she would get a reputation about mom talking the fucking Dominus.
I think I've mom talked almost all of you except Fiona so far.
You've mom talked just about everybody.
Yeah. Well, it gets shit done. Okay. You ought to hear my dog voice. You know I'm serious if you get the dog voice.
Hang on. There's a couple types of dog voices then, because
it's not the who's a good boy. You're a good boy. Yes, you are. No, it is the you will do what I say right the fuck now dog voice.
This is no longer you are my cute fur baby. This is I'm your goddamn master and you will listen
to me.
I
own you and I can kill you with one phone call to the vet. It's that dog voice.
All right. Shall we?
I mean, if you have a heavy enough blunt instrument, Christian, you don't even have to call the vet. I mean, you just have to have like a heavy object and an iron stomach.
Hey, guys, keep talking. It's not like we're videotaping this on the internet.
There's no tape involved, Dustin.
No evidence.
Come on, Derpy's basically a celebrity. There's going to be questions if she just disappears.
All right. Who wants to go first with the artists?
I will. I'm not getting much, but that's okay.
All right.
I don't think anyone is.
To broker peace and need to start at home. I will accompany Chadwick. No. Everything is falling apart.
So much peace.
Make the feast. No. And sick of bloodshed. I will follow the path of virtue and put my dark past behind me.
Yes.
Where it belongs.
That's my fate.
Always answer a threat or insult with a sucker punch. No. When looked to for answers, throw out random doctrine. No. But never allow a child to come to harm.
Yeah.
Cruel, cynical, and stoic. Lucky, cold-blooded, poker face.
Sounds like
you already have
Two Fate to me.
You already have cold-blooded? Well, I better take that off my list.
Right?
You could give me cold-hearted.
That was also on my list. Hey, cold-blooded, cold-hearted, and brutal.
Brutal.
Okay, who wants to go next?
Go. I will confront my brother and make him call off the pursuit of Yezi and Fiona.
That's a persona.
Yep.
I will assist Yezi in getting her children out of town.
Fate. You've been trying to track her down.
My brother has let power corrupt him and must be removed from his position.
Persona.
Yeah.
What? Believe
that was two birds with one command there. I like
in the bank. Well, I didn't expect shit to go so quickly.
Sometimes that's how it goes.
Instincts. If I feel threatened, I will draw my sword. If a situation gets out of hand, I will take control of it through intimidation. Always fight to the death.
I can't tell you how disappointed I am that when your brother got up in your face, you didn't draw down on him.
You know, if I had lost the command, it may have turned to that.
Command satisfaction.
That's only when you lose a duel of wits.
Stoic, stubborn, and sixth sense.
I'd say stubborn.
Yeah.
Stubborn. Booming voice.
Didn't need to use it.
Nope, didn't even come into play. Do I need to change him to a hateful relationship now?
That's probably a safe assumption. That he no longer likes you since you usurped his power.
And done.
Success. Nicole or Kristen, whichever one of you guys wants to go first.
I'll go.
Okay.
Yezi, the children, and I must get out of town safely.
Definitely.
Well, you were dragged out of town.
Safely is up for debate.
Well,
no one was hurt.
Time is of the essence. I must lay Yezi's son to rest.
Hmm.
I will save the Yeah, I will save the ancestors' barrows by gathering the other voices to help me move the barrows to our new lands.
Nope, not yet.
Always commune with the ancestor spirits for an hour every morning. Never refuse hospitality when offered, and always show deference to ancestor spirits. Then traits. Always in the way, dismissive, frustrated. Mark of privileges, gifted, Faust. That's it.
I will give you one for always in the way.
Yeah, that's what you were doing when
they went to capture Yezi. You were right up there, like biting them on the faces and shit.
In the necks, and just general biting, general bitery.
Figured that would make him go away.
Yeah.
The crazy priest is biting. Let's leave.
Only hope.
And screaming. Don't forget you were screaming.
Pretty much.
All right.
You were swan jobbing everybody.
Kristen.
Gisela could be a good ally. She'd stop seeing me as the enemy. I would get Father Colin to bring her to me in the woods so we could talk.
I mean,
that one didn't pan out exactly like you would plan.
End result was the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say Persona. Like I feel like that one was completed in spirit.
Yeah, like the objective was achieved. It just went funny. I need to get my children to Mako. I will have Fiona get ancestors to guide us to camp and Dustin's sword to protect us.
We're getting there.
We're working on it.
Tried.
No, you know what? I'll give you a fate because I mean it's not like you weren't on your way someplace to be able to set that up when you were kind of hijacked and kidnapped.
Yep. I need to be on the inside to help defeat this regime. Once Eric and Asta are safe, I will bound Scrape to make peace with the Dominus to get back in the castle. Which just doesn't
change that one.
I will give you a fate because that was a big part of your conversation with Gisela.
Yeah, the plea to
Yeah. I mean,
is that rumbling too loud? The dog is eating something on the other side of the desk.
That's fine.
We're good.
Okay. I didn't know if you guys could hear it or not, but everything's shaking.
Not a big deal. I just thought it was laundry or something.
No, it's a giant dog. Okay, so things keep calm and DS. Always protect Eric and Asta and never show weakness before others.
Always protect Eric and Asta, definitely.
You
got knocked the fuck out for that.
Right?
Yep.
Alright. And traits?
I don't think anything else caused trouble. Traits: rabble rouser and collectivist. Mark privileged, cool-headed, and thick-skinned.
I would vote cool-headed because they were captives. Children weren't there, and she still owned up and talked the situation down.
Yep.
That's fair.
Minus her children. She didn't know where her kids were. A lot of moms would lose their fucking mind.
Is true.
Alright, that's me.
Alright.
For the great or good.
Great or good. Humor for an in-character game stopper.
None that come to mind, but I missed a large chunk of stuff.
I don't think there was a lot of funnies.
Dominus.
What
did he do?
He promoted Sergeant Obvious to captain.
That's not, unfortunately, in character.
Who else was he going to do?
I know, right?
Shaun has never regretted.
He was the obvious choice.
Game. Oh God.
I heard it, Shaun. I just chose to ignore it.
Yeah, I figured. All right, right skill, right time for having a skill to make the story go. There was a lot of stat tests.
Yeah.
I don't know if we had any weird ones though.
Nope.
No.
I think the weirdest one was composition, but that is very much a educated person.
Yeah, I don't consider it an out of place skill.
No, it's not.
Especially for someone of her stature.
No.
Yeah. If I couldn't write a letter, that would be weird.
All right. Embodiment. Anybody want to nominate somebody for embodiment?
I missed too much. Sorry, I don't know.
I'm gonna nominate Dustin for the speechifying.
Yep, that was real good.
I wanna nominate. Yes,
I like nominate
for her mom talking because she always is
mom
talking.
I'd like to nominate her for jumping or jumping in the way of danger for her children.
Take it. Is that a persona or a fate?
That's a persona. Mold breaker. Mold breaker. Nope, no mold breaker.
No, nobody broke any mold.
Workhorse for doing all the work for the scenario.
I was gonna say Dustin, but I seriously missed so much. I don't know.
Matt did a lot as far as tying everything together, with the children and getting them all to the church.
Maybe for trying to keep the peace of this whole scenario once everything settles down again.
I kind of have to agree. Like, it may not have been the most like screen time, but I feel like his role was the most pivotal in keeping everything going and flowing and together.
All right. That's not a fate, that's a persona. MVP.
Dustin for getting rid of the one of the main whole reasons of this game is like, hey, he's leading us bad. Oh, he's not leading us anymore.
Oh, he's still out there and he still has men.
That is true, but he is no longer in command of, like, he's no longer in control of the town.
Correct.
Did you guys just accomplish a goal bigger than yourselves? Like,
I think we did. Yes.
I feel like yeah, a goal was accomplished.
A giant goal.
that was a big thing. Like,
Yeah, it was.
Like getting him out of power, which you kind of did. Like, boom, right then.
Did not expect it to go that quickly.
Yeah, no. Sometimes you don't. Yeah, because things could have turned out very poorly, kind of for everybody in this session. Very easily.
I feel like it could have all gone very badly.
All right. That is a deeds point then.
Everybody.
Everybody.
Yes.
Everybody getting deeds up in here. I don't know what deeds do, but I got one.
That's right.
Cool.
Their main use is either double your exponent of a single stat, skill, or attribute for the test. So not the modifier dice, but the base dice, or re-roll all failed dice from the test.
Yeah, so call-on traits are in a way like a very specific
Deeds use, yeah.
deeds point that you get to use once per session.
Gotcha.
But usually only for one thing, unless you're lucky. Steel. I feel like Fiona and Yezi get that Ob 3 test, but also I know Yezi doesn't need any more routines.
I'll just mark the last routine box.
Just for the sake of it?
I mean, it looks, yeah, like I got these 4 pretty circles all filled in. And 0 next to the routine word. So, cool.
Same.
Legit.
Does she get anything for having her children stripped from her?
No, because they weren't really hurt or anything. Yeah, because Ob 4 would be witnessing a friend or relative killed.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Ob 2 was
and it still
witnessing
wouldn't be high enough.
Yeah. Yeah, like poor
I think
Yezi
to encounter some horrors or something.
Poor Yezi is so fearless that, like, she needs to get injured and in a fight in order to have to advance.
Was it a full riot I witnessed, or just some violence when they started hooking rocks?
No, it was a full riot.
Damn.
Well, no, because there was no bloodshed.
Yeah, I wouldn't
you weren't
really
in
say
it.
It was a riot.
So was it just typical violence I witnessed then?
Ob 2.
Ooh, I got a routine steel test. I just need 3 more. 3 more of Ob 1 or 2s.
You need to receive word that a relative has died.
Hey, will someone go kill my uncle?
Somebody go murder an uncle.
And then tell me about it?
All right, kids. I think that's going to be it for tonight.
What the hell are we gonna do next session?
That's a good.
I have a question. Are we gonna kind of have like a small down period where things settle and right after the riot, or are we going to come right back where we're at right now?
I think we should resolve kind of where we are right now, and then have maybe a downtime.
I don't think with my brother on the loose and him having armed guards out there in the middle of a potential riot.
Yeah, we'll probably like maybe jump to the morning, like the morning after when like the worst of everything has been resolved, but there's still shit up in the air. I don't know. We'll figure it out. I guess you guys should let me know what you're interested in.
Well, right now Colin doesn't feel like he can't leave the kids alone. So if the riot's still going on, he's going to be very confined to the church.
Yeah.
My objective is going to be to find my brother and figure out how to fill the power vacuum, likely with Yezi.
Yeah, and it would be nice to run into you before we head out in the forest.
Yeah.
Just saying.
I'm not a leader of people. I'm a leader of army people.
Take my kids. No, really. Take them.
Into the woods. I don't even know what to do about belief. We just write what we hope to accomplish next session?
Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of what they're.
I mean, I get that, but like.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's something that we'll have to talk about. Also, it's we're gonna be at a wedding next Sunday.
Oh, for the love of Pete!
So.
Well, we can always do like a Monday night.
That's true.
Yeah.
That is
I'm
true.
down with that.
Cool. So that's it. Thank you guys for playing, and we'll see everybody in on an off day. Probably.
What?
Probably.
Yeah.
Monday rather than Sunday. Cool. Well, we will see you all later.
Bye.
All right, guys.